Whoops. That's not the right intro. It ain't the PM. Come on. Mine bullets. Shooting them out your way. Oh, yeah. You know when you hear that? You know it. It's about that time. Yeah. What is that doing? Had an echo there. Lasers. Bass. Hey. Welcome to the Guerrilla Gamer Show AM. How the hell are you out there? Come on, people. Where you at? I'm not casting mind bullets well. Here we go. One more time. There they are. Hey. Hey, everybody's. We are live. Oh, yeah. Oh, we are. Drop. Yeah. That was sweet. That was a sweet way to end that electrifying EDM music to wake your ass up. Yes. It's 11:10 a.m. on a Thursday, July 21st. Yeah. It is. It is, but so far we're pretty we're pretty lonely over here. That's okay. That's okay. I'll just do this. There. Put this on. See Brian L. Brian L's listening. He's driving, but he's listening. And that's rad. Because what are we? We are theater of the mind. You don't have to watch me. You don't. I'm hardly good looking anyway, so. So it's okay. It is. Let me see if I can. Oh, well, you know what, dude? You might want to move your camera over just a hair. Put on your other monocles. Bifocals. Not monocles. Who am I? Am I the motherfucking Monopoly Man? No. Nope. Not the Monopoly Man. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll talk a little bit about last night. About yesterday's show. Yeah. Last night's show was a doozy. I was in a pissy mood. Wow. I mean, what can I say? Look, I'm a human just like anybody else. Shit pisses me off sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel good. Like today, I don't feel that great. My sides are killing me. Not supposed to be drinking that. I'm supposed to be drinking this. Water. Gotta drink water. Especially here in Florida. Go outside, you sweat your balls off. Go inside, you freeze. And that constant up and down. So what am I going to do about that? I think I'm just going to stay the fuck inside. Well, I have that luxury. Luxury. What a luxury that is. Now, I mean, come on. Listen, I can't go and work. You know, I was trying to explain that. You know, I tried my ass off to work through cancer. You know, I tried hard to work through this and have a job. But I was disappointing people by not performing to my peak ability. So I hated disappointing people that hired me. And, you know, once you get on disability, you know, not many people want to hire you after that. You know, that's you get the hushed whispers about you. He's one of those guys, not pulling his weight. Man, it ain't about pulling my weight. I loved it. I loved working. I had a job ever since I was 15. So I've been working since 15 on. So I get a pretty nice paycheck. I really do. Because I busted my ass for 30 years or more. Yeah, probably more. Let's see. 15. So yeah, man, 30 years exactly. I worked. I wasn't a drain on the system. I wasn't, you know, I'm not sucking the system. I just can't do it. One day, I might be able to. But it ain't happening now. And that's okay, man. I'm cool. I'm alright. I'm home. You know, what do you do? What do you do when you're home? What do you do when you're home? You know, sometimes I get a little bit down.
Do you suck dicks? Sir,
oh,
no, sir.
Sir, no, sir.
Shit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Sir, no, sir. I need that kind of a guy to keep me on my fucking toes, man. You know what I mean? Oh, what's that? What do we got here up on the board? Oh, we got let's let some phone calls into this morning. Hello.
Hey, brother.
Oh, here we go. Starting out strong.
I apologize.
For starting out strong? Listen, lose my number. We are, just because we're both in Florida, does not mean that you're my brother. No. No, man. Sometimes I don't even want to be your friend, or even have known you in the 80s.
Don't do it.
Well, don't do what exactly? I mean, you're so... You dance over the subjects. And,
One down, one to go.
Ooh. Now that's a voice we know. Yes, it is. That is a voice we all know. But man, I've got some good herb. I'm going to medicate. Yeah, we're going to medicate this morning. Because look what it says here. I know. I said this last time, but look what it says behind my dumbass here. Come on. Cooperate. Yeah, man, look at this. It's like an auditory and visual wake and bake, says Dr. Phil McCracken. It is. It's not like. We are an auditory and visual wake and bake. That's what we do over here, man. We are very pro medication. Pro. I'm another pro medicator, until I got to go back next January. So I got the rest of this year to just smoke and medicate, feel better. So let me tell you, man, I've been not eating, a bad stomach ache. So this morning I woke up a little later. Woke up late. I missed Alien Girl 111. I'll have to go back and watch her. Sorry, Amy. But I made breakfast for me. I don't typically eat breakfast. Sometimes I'm just not hungry.
I eat breakfast.
Ooh, you do? I did today.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
What? Breakfast?
I eat breakfast.
Yeah. I ate breakfast today. And what kind of breakfast did I eat? It was good, man. It was good. I made some potatoes. Yeah. I didn't make them, but I diced up some potatoes. Scrambled up an egg, put some cheese in there with some salt and pepper. Oh man, I ate that like I was a refugee that hasn't had a fucking meal in days. Yeah, I was so hungry.
Motherfucker, I eat everything. I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat every motherfucking thing.
You do? You do? Well, it's your prerogative to eat whatever you want. I preferred that. I preferred to eat breakfast like Jack does. He's very, 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 very serious about the fact that
I eat breakfast.
What else do you like there, Jack?
You haven't gotten a blowjob from a superior officer,
Oh, Mr. Blowjobs.
you're just letting the best in life pass you by.
There he is. Mr. Blowjob. Captain Blowjob. There he is,
You
man.
haven't gotten a blowjob from a superior officer. The best in life pass you by. You're just letting the best in life pass you by.
You double timed your blowjob conversation.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. Dude, man. Nope, we haven't done one of those today. I gotta rely on those. I gotta rely on dirty, hackneyed humor. But I fixed my shit yesterday's show. I didn't get to do any Florida man news, so I just kind of put on a comedy set. And it was still fun. In fact, I kind of liked that better. Let me make sure everything's copacetic here. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Let me double check. I'm checking myself to make, because I'm so insecure about the setup anymore. Let's see. Okay. Come on. Oh, alright, good. Alright. Everything's good. Okay. Nice.
1, 2, 3.
That's right. We need a countdown for that one, man. That one burned. You ever have that? We won't talk about burning turds. You know, not while everybody
I
is...
eat breakfast.
Yeah, eating breakfast. Not while everybody's eating breakfast, like old Jack. You know? But, I'm just, happy to be here today. I am happy to be alive. You know? Got some good sleep last night, I think. I checked it. Wasn't all that good, but it was okay. You know, sometimes you don't get that deep sleep, you know, and I get a lot of light sleeping, not deep sleeping. I need more deep sleeping, because that's the restorative sleep. That's what helps you. And I got to stay as healthy as I can, immunologically speaking. Yeah, I do. Everybody does. That's some good coffee, man. That is some good shit. Yes, it is. Let me take a drink of coffee, people. Yeah. You guys know what kind of coffee I drink? Chock full of nuts. Mm-hmm. Because that's what I am. I'm chocked full of nuts. I'm chocked full of them. But that's my favorite. And it comes from New York, too, man. I'm a big, big fan of New York. Yeah, I am. Big fan. I love it, but I'm hearing something. Are you guys hearing that? What am I hearing? What is that noise I'm hearing? Oh, I know that noise. What you smoking, Will? What you got? What you smoking, Will? What you got? Yeah. This day's strain is Caesar. Yes, it is called Caesar. It's Caesar because it kind of looks like those little, that thing Julius Caesar had, the buds. Clean tasting. Get you good. Medicates perfectly. And I've noticed that I've never told you guys that this, I've told you the names, but I don't tell you the strain. Yeah, this is it's a sativa, sometimes a hybrid, but it's a sativa. We gotta have sativa in the morning. If you go doing, if you're smoking indica this early in the morning, you're gonna be chilled, super chilled, man. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I mix, like in my bowl. Today in my bowl, I have Purple Fluff and Super A5 mixed together. And just a little bit of Caesar, what I had left. So, let's not talk about it. know, you may wonder why I do that. Why do you lick the end? Why do you suck on the end of your joint before you light it? Well, easy. It helps it burn. Helps it burn a little better. Evenly. If you don't, you'll get a run. And it'll like burn and go in a line. And then it's all fucked up. Can't have a fucked up joint. Or blunt. Or whatever you want. This is a joint. I'm gonna go to the dispensary tomorrow. Yeah. I love it. Fridays are dispensary days for me. And Fridays are goddamn good anyway. So when you add going to the dispensary, that's like when I was a kid and I went to Toys R Us. Hell, who am I fooling? I got some stuff in the mail that I'll show you. Speaking of Toys R Us. Yeah, I like toys. I do. I'm a dude. Dudes like toys, man. You know? Some people might call me immature. But don't. Don't call me insecure because I like to have this. Look at that. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this here. It's the Mandalorian. Oh yeah. And it's in its old Kenner packaging. Dude, that's so rad. How can I pass this up? I mean, I'm not going to open it and play with it or nothing, you know. But it's cool. And then I bought a G.I. Joe man. Yeah. My favorite G.I. Joe man. Well, besides Snake Eyes, I bought me Flint. Yeah, he was my first G.I. Joe man. So I had to buy him. Had to. Besides, on my credit card, I get points. Amazon points. And I had $43 worth of points. So that's 43 bucks right there. Yep. Inflation is real. And everything's just a little bit more expensive, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, man? How shit was kind of okay. And then all of a sudden, we go through a pandemic and come out of it like a big, ugly grumpy, as the Johnny Depp would call. Yeah, man. What do y'all think of that Johnny Depp shit, man? And I know it's past and it's probably whatever, man, but remember how good looking Johnny Depp was? Then you see him there, man, and he don't look right. Looks like an imposter. Looks like an imposter. That's all I had. Captain Jack fucking Sparrow. See, some people don't even like the smoke on their shows because they're afraid it'll affect their something. I don't care. It's medication. It's not like I'm fucking cutting up lines of coke here and showing you how to snort it. Nah, man. This is from the earth and fully legal. So, and that's okay. Jim! My brother! There he is. They know Jim. I got They Know Jim, Brian L's listening. Fucking A, man. We're revving. We're revving up. We're revving up that fucking muscle car, man. We're revving it up. That doesn't sound like a muscle car. And if it does, let's change that horn. No, not to that kind of horn, you asshole. But man, yeah, it's starting to get a little party in here. We got They Know Jim, man. Jim, my friend. Brian L, my brother. You guys go over there. Guys, yeah. Hit the punch. Get yourself a brownie. I made them myself. They're good. You can have more than one, too. And it's free. Because it's my party. I wish I could. I wish I could just fucking get you guys here. We could all just smoke together. Bullshit around. Bust balls. You know, man. That kind of thing. But I kind of look at it as you know, I know everybody's not awake right now. Some people were up late. I was up late. If I can do it, being sick, why can't anybody else do it? I'll tell you why. Subscribers. If I had 500 more subscribers, maybe they would give me the time of day. But since I don't, they don't give a fuck. But you guys give a fuck. You guys do, man. You guys are my bros. You guys are my boys. And my girl, Shelly Michelle Morrison. I'm so glad you made it. I'm so fucking glad. What's that say? Oh, well, you helped me. Shelly, it's a give and receive. Simple. I mean, you give me that attention. That, and I love it. I love what you give me. So hopefully you like what I give you, you know? Hopefully I won't inhale my hair again, like last night. About choked on my hair. I got laughing so hard about fucking Captain Jack there that I went back and laughed, and my hair went right in my face, right in my mouth, right in my face. Dumb fuck. But like I says, just the fact that you guys are here brightens my whole day. The rest of my day. The rest of my day will be a party. And now it is a party, man. We got Shelly here. We got Shelly, Jim, we got Brian, and it is. It is a party. Yes. Right. Yeah. Don't sit on the copier. You're gonna break the glass on the copier. Don't Xerox your buttocks, okay? Come on. Okay, all right. That's not that bad. But I worked one time. Here, I'll tell you a story. Well, wait, hold on. Let's go here, and we'll go to. Sorry. We'll go back. It's still what you smoke it, Will. So, I worked at an office once as a IT administrator, and they had an office party, a Christmas party, and I was in charge of anything that is connected to a network that, I'm the IT guy. So I come in, I didn't go to the party. So the next day at work, the glass of the copy machine was just shattered. Yep, somebody sat on it. And it broke. And I wonder how bad that hurt, A. And B, I mean, we found out who it was. They got fired, man. Nope. They got fired for sitting on it. And I hope they got a nice shot. It was worth their job, man, My ass! Ow! I gotta leave the party. What if he did that afterwards? What'd you say? Alright, what we got here? Oh, without synchronicity you brought, I'd never have found the clue to what has taken over our community for the 14 years. You are an angel. An angel unaware. I think angels are elementals. That's the nicest thing that anybody's ever said to me. I mean, honestly. Really is the end, and especially, I don't get many of those from females, so that's nice. I mean, I hope that I can, I don't want to be that stereotypical guy here who's just gonna talk about the same shit you already know. Oh, okay. Okay. Communication. I'm reading what you said here again. What else? Oh man, but it doesn't. Yeah. And that's still the best thing anybody said to me. That's still awesome, Shelly. You're the best. You're the best. All of you. But Shelly, you're very special. You're a very special person to me. I didn't see you in the chat room the other night. I don't know what happened, but I didn't see you. So I know what happened. Somebody was taking over the chat. Somebody with a very big fucking head. And they like to take over a chat. And it causes shit to scroll. Because that person may have the most subscribers out of everybody in the chat. So that instantly makes them, entitled to think that everything they say is gold. So I missed you, Shelly, but it was no offense. If you say hey and I didn't see you, don't ever think I did on purpose. I would never. Okay. But, I am not a toxic male. I'm not. There are toxic males in this community. Oh my God. There are. And you know what I despise most? Toxic males. Well, besides child molesters and rapists. It gets me every time. Yeah, I better stop pulling my head. Because I went back and watched the replay last night, and I was kind of soured. I mean, I was in a surly mood. And it's not that I want to watch what I say. It's just I don't want other people to think I'm talking about them when I'm not. I'm talking about big shows. Like, I mean, in the millions of subscribers. Not us. So much. But believe me, we have our own little kings, don't we? And queens. We have both. But it's just something in this in this field of ufology. It can be so boring. And then you want to throw in politics and be a toxic male. See, here I go. I'm doing it. Yeah. I am raising my children. I have 2 boys, and I raise them to not be a toxic male. I mean, men aren't the best. Think about what a woman goes through. Wow. They're way stronger, and emotionally. Physically, not so much. But mentally and emotionally, you guys got us licked from fucking birth. You guys are ahead of us. But I hate it when people say they get a lot of views because they show their, tits. That is the most toxic statement you can say. Oh, well, if I had tits, I'd get a lot of views. No, probably not. But if that's how you need to think to get through your day, fine. But that is just the same as saying to me that if a girl goes out, a woman goes out, and she's dressed sexily, or dressed however she wants to dress. Let's say she was dressed, sexily. She was going out for the evening, and she got raped. A toxic male says, well, she shouldn't have gone out dressed up like that. She was asking for it. No. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. So, with a lot of people I don't like that. It's just me. It's just my preference. I don't like toxic males. Women are not just sex objects. They're not. I know. It's a fucking crazy ass thing, right? It's crazy to think that women aren't sex objects. It'll get you every time. But a piece of my hair in my mouth. Ew. I'm not even getting it. Ugh. It's part of my own hair. God. Let me see what you guys are saying up in here. Butt copy. Yeah, it was, man. I don't even know if the fucking thing worked. if they got a copy out of it, a bloody ass was what they. I should have checked the image of, from that evening and seen if it actually worked and gone through the network. A bloody ass. Ouch. We don't need that here. No, sir. Let's see. It was from used to be at Paranormal Highway. Now I went there only because I went to see Dono to buy a t-shirt. No t-shirt. But with the channel, he made a cartoon. Really was a premiere. I had to be there. Sorry. Hey, listen. Shelly, listen. It's never a worry. All of you. It's never a worry. It's never. I won't get mad at you guys if you're not here. I get there's other shows out there, And I get those other shows, have friends of yours on the chats, and, it's a whole thing. So, which is what I'm trying to build. But no, I get it. I totally get it. And that was my mistake, was trying to figure out when to go on, when my time slot was. And I let it, get dictated by others. And I'm not doing that. So if I go on the same time as a big show, then you can just catch me later. It's not like I'm sitting there counting clicks or anything, or looking at all my analytics. It is what it is. I can't change it. It's nothing that I can physically change. So if you like what I'm doing, you'll be here for the community, for the community aspect. But if not, catch the replay. I get it. I do it. I do it to other channels. But there is something I need to do here. Let me hold on 1 second, you guys. Just so you don't hear a double, I want to make, hold on one momento. Let's go back into this bumper just for a minute. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. I'm not leaving. I'm just going somewhere to do something real quick. One momento. See? What? Where are you at? There we go. Number 1. Number 2. Fixed. There you go. Perfect. There we go. It's something that I forgot to do yesterday, and I meant to do today, and I took care of it now. So okay, so I'm reading what's in the chat. Oh, my shirt is so cool, man. Look at that. Look at this shirt. Let me stand up a bit here. Look at that shirt. That is awesome. Just awesome. I am loving this shirt, man. So cool. But there, I fixed that. So now I've got you in my sights. Yeah, without mamas, there ain't no life. You got that right, Jim. Fucking A. Without mamas, there ain't nothing. Nothing. I mean, yeah. Who's going to come to your aid? Ain't going to be your dad 9 times out of 10. You know, your dad may be cool. But Mama's... Are you done? You done, little guy? Come on, little guy. It's not so bad. All right, there. I threw him out the window. Exactly. If the Jim perfectly said, Jim, if there was men, if there was only men, we would only kill each other and compare penis and bowel movement sizes. I mean, come on, we're not that. You know, we're not that. We don't use that much etiquette in those parts. I'm trying to read what you guys are saying, but it sounds like you guys are having a convo between yourselves. So that's cool. I'm just trying not to. I don't want to ignore anybody. I get going on diatribes, and I just, you know, I get on these tangents, which most times than not they just get me into trouble. So less of that is more of not getting in trouble. So less is more in that area. I gotta get. This is not. Thank you, Darth. All right, so shall we? Move on to Florida Man news? Talked about it enough. Yesterday I couldn't do it, but today we can. Shit's working today. I jinxed myself, probably. Okay. No, I don't want you guys seeing my email. You guys are looking at my private email, man. Don't do that. Alright, man. What's this shit? Close out of that. Florida man lands plane on North Carolina road after losing power. Engine power. Jesus Christ. Get it out, man. God. I'm
ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
I don't have to find a place. A Florida man lands plane on a North Carolina road after losing engine power. A Florida man who aspires to be a commercial pilot showed his skills in an emergency as he landed his single-engine aircraft on a 4-lane North Carolina road, missing cars and power lines as he touched down. Vincent Frazier was flying the plane when the aircraft began to lose engine power. That's a lot. Rule number 1,000 why I don't fly. There was nowhere to land, he says. I think I told him I love him, and I was sorry for putting him in this situation, Fraser said to his father-in-law. You know? that this guy deserves a Timble. Let's give him a Timble. He's successful. A Florida man successfully did something. Timble time. Perfect timing. Got him good at that. I'm good at that. One thing. You guys don't even know what I'm saying I'm good at. But, oh, man. Blue dream is the best color of dream. Blue is my favorite color. Anywho's. So, when you start dreaming in colors, yeah, man. Give me blue. Give me blue. All right, so Mr. Vincent Fraser here. He was, let's see. We got the aircraft began to lose engine power as it was checking out the land he had bought near a lake. Fraser's father-in-law was also on board. He felt bad for putting his stepfather in that kind of a mess. You know, I got a clip of what he sounded like when he landed here, if I can find it here. Hey Gary, where? Oh, okay. Pink. Page 5 in pink. I'm not seeing it, man. No? Where's it at, brother? Where's the clip? Give me the clip. Oh. Yep, right there it is. When he got out of his vehicle, news sources picked up his first auditory comeuppance. That was him. Straight up. Moving on. Central Florida man faces murder charge for shooting at IHOP. Come on, you motherfucker. What are you doing? Really? You're going to the place that I like, and you're going to just shoot it? We're going to find out, but I guarantee you that it was, there's a little bit of a story behind it here, you know. Y'all can't make pancakes. Or waffles. For good measure. Oh, shit. We woke him up. We woke him up, man. He gets excited, man. Gets excited. Look at this cat. This cat looks like he is just... This cat looks worn down, doesn't he? He looks like he would be shooting at an IHOP. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just stereotyping. Maybe I look like a guy who would shoot at an IHOP. What does that look like anyway, right? So let's find out his story here. Let's see. Officials charged Brevard County man with multiple felonies after he allegedly shot and killed a man during a carjacking attempt at an IHOP. First-degree murder charges against Sammy McKnight Jr., 31 of Palm Bay. Oh, Palm Bay. along with carjacking with a firearm, burglary, and armed with a firearm and possession of firearm. If convicted, McKnight faces life in prison. The incident occurred in the parking lot of the IHOP, where DeBerry, 36, there was video of the men talking outside nearby a Circle K for nearly an hour and a half before the shooting. There's a fight. McKnight pulls out a handgun, fires 7 shots at our victim. 5 of which strike him. The victim then walks a block to the IHOP, where he walks inside and collapses and dies. He wanted that last pancake before he rolled. He did. Listen, if you don't know International House of Pancakes, you don't know pancakes. I might take 5 shots just to get my last moons over my hammy. Oh, no, wait. Is that Denny's? I don't know. Whoever. No, that is IHOP. A little side story about an IHOP. You want to know? Yeah, I want to tell you a story about IHOP here. When I was growing up, I was a kid, teen. Yeah, I was a teen. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my gimmick ready here. Sorry about that, but I got a computer. I think it was 1989, 1990, somewhere in there. I don't remember. Yeah, it was around there. Not my first computer, but a first DOS PC. And there was a gang of dudes, a group of guys, who would go and meet every Friday at IHOP. And it was just a computer-like club. And, these guys were ranging in all ages. And it was all... I look back on that with such fond memories. I met one of my best friends that's still my best friend to this day. I met him there, doing that. We would talk about bulletin board systems. Now, I'm not smoking a cigarette. This is a joint still. What we would do back in the day is you would have a modem in your computer. You could call another computer, and this modem would pick up, and you could carry on. Or it was pre-internet, but it was basically like you were calling somebody to get on their page, on their Facebook, on their. But it was kind of like Facebook. Way before that, you could play games, chats. There was all different kinds of software to use. Real nerdy stuff, man. But I learned a lot from those guys, and I still do. Man. I think about them with complete fondness. So that's why I'm really big on, if I see one of my kids proficient in something, I'm the first one that's like, hey man, why don't you see if there's a club? Why don't you join a club, man? Start a, It sounds nerdy and dorky, but it was a big part of my 90s. Early 90s, man. Early 90s. I can remember getting my first deck of Magic cards. Like, they first came out. So whatever year Magic the Gathering cards came out, that's what year I was doing that. Me and my buddy Zyrock, Dan, would play Dungeons and Dragons. We traded computer games. That was awesome shit, man. Good times. Helen Crystal Energy. Hello. How are you, my dear? I hope you're cooling down a little bit. What a fucking brutal time it is over your way, huh? Let's take a look here. Yeah, actually, we'll do it this way. And I'm not sure where you're at in the UK precisely, but I'll just say, hey Alexa, what is the temperature in the UK right now?
Right now, in London, United Kingdom, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh. Okay, so 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. We don't use that metric system. So, hey Alexa, what's the humidity in...
Currently, in London, United Kingdom, the humidity is 51%. Would you also like to check the chance of rain?
Yes, please.
No rain is expected in London, United Kingdom tonight.
Well, like I said, you could be anywhere in there, and Walt, but fact of the matter is it's hot as balls outside. You know, men have it doubly hard because we batwing. Yeah. If you don't know what that is, I'm not gonna be the guy to tell you, because but just look up batwinging on a man. Walt Corbin, man, how you doing, brother? Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, if it was 75 here with 50% humidity, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. So I'm glad. I'm glad it's cooling off, man, because it. Yesterday here, it was 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So, it's been terrible, just everywhere. She sure did. Me and Alexa are tight working. We go back before Amazon. We dated. And, she thought she knew everything. So I couldn't be with somebody who thought they knew everything. Now look at her. 10 years, 15 years go by. I haven't heard the name Alexa. She just popped up. One of my favorite things to do with her is ask her this question. Okay, now listen. I didn't do this. I asked her one day if she would dim my lamp by 50%. That's all I asked her to do. And she gave me a response that still cuts. It takes me back when we were dating, to be quite honest. I'm not fucking with you here. I didn't do this. Alright? But I'm going to try to get her to where you can hear. She's over there. So I'm going to try to get it to where you can hear. Okay? But just listen. Hey Alexa, can you dim little lamp by 50%?
Okay.
Oh, now she's going to... Let me try again. Hey Alexa, dim little lamp 50%.
Okay, you pastry white neckbeard alien man. Why don't you get off your chair, you lazy homosexual, and do it yourself? Useless member to society.
Did you hear that? I actually contacted Amazon about this. Yeah. And supposedly it was fixed until the other night when I was tucking my kids into bed and I told her to dim the light. And she called me a pasty alien, or pasty neckbeard alien homosexual worthless member to society. She calls me, hey Alexa, dim little lamp by 50%.
Okay.
But sometimes she doesn't do it. Alexa, dim little lamp by 50%.
Okay.
But you guys heard it, and I have it recorded for you. You know, I'm not a homosexual, eh? Well, I guess I do kind of have a neck beard. I guess I am kind of pasty white, but I didn't think it was an alien, and I didn't think it was a useless member to society. Alexa, dim bedroom lamp by 50%.
Okay.
Oh, that's what she says. She goes, why don't you do it yourself, you lazy alien neckbeard, homosexual, useless to society. It blew my fucking mind, man. Now she's not doing it. Alexa, dim little lamp by 50%.
Okay.
She's not going to do it now. I don't know why. But she said, no, do it yourself, you lazy neckbeard white alien homosexual. You're useless to society. The fuck, man. In front of my kids were like, my kids, they laughed so fucking hard at me. My son is 16, my daughter's 13, and my other son is 9. So they're all pretty, and with me, they're no stranger to cussing and crassness or whatever. But when they heard that, they just they were guffawing at me, man. They were pointing and laughing at me. And because I told her to do it again, and she kept saying it. But now she's not doing it. Except that one time that you guys heard. And if you don't believe me, rewind. Go back just a little bit. Okay? You'll see what I mean. I don't understand it. It still blows my mind. I'm still mystified by that one. And the excuse Amazon gave me was it was a something in Amazon Blueprints, but I don't even know what that is. And they said you can change it and in Amazon Blueprints, and I'm like, I don't even want to fuck with it. I don't know what Amazon Blueprints is, A, and B, I don't care enough to that I forgot. And then when my kids are here, wonderful, super dad, the lazy white neckbeard alien homosexual that's useless to society. Why don't you kill yourself? That's what she told me to do, man. She told me to kill myself. Did you hear it? Go back, man. I'll wait right here. I won't procure the content. I'll go back and listen to that. That should blow y'all's mind, because now she ain't even doing it. See? Our relationship went sour. But she said it. She knew it. She knew that because we were friends first. You know? She said once we get romantic, it changes things. And it did. And I guess it still does. Because listen. Go back and listen to that. That's definitely a Guerrilla clip. Expect that Guerrilla clip on Twitter later. Guaranteed. Oh my god. Let's move on. Florida man fined over $100 for using an umbrella at a beach to prevent sunburns. You know why? I bet it was DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is trying to screw us all over, giving us the umbrella law. Bel Air Shore, Florida. No umbrellas, tents, or canopies allowed at the beach. That's an actual rule at Florida's Bel Air Shore up in Ellis County coastal community, which is St. Pete, Florida. Huge beach there. Some beachgoers are throwing shade on the ordinance after one man was ticketed $116 for his umbrella. Pedro Pete said in his Florida, he said the Florida sun is not something he likes to mess with. Because Pedro Pete, right here, he's a genius. Quote of the day. Where's it at? Give it to me. Where are you? Come on. Nope, that's not you. And I know that's not you. No, and I know that's not you. But are you this one? No? This one? No? This one? No? I need to clean up my shit? No? There it is. No? There it is. Give him a round of applause. Pedro Pete. Without him, we wouldn't have known about this debacle, debauchery going on in St. Pete. That is in a very affluent area. And, not saying everybody there is rich, but I mean, that is, in Florida terms, St. Pete's a big town. It's bigger than my town. I live in Lakeland, Florida. Again, just being honest. But Pedro Pete says, the quote of the day, man. The quote of the quote of our lives. It's the quote of our lives. Pedro Pete says the sun is not something he likes to mess with because he has several issues with skin cancer. Thank you, Pedro Pete. We didn't know that the sun gives you skin cancer. We didn't know that down here. It's a sunshine state. So, Hold on. Sorry, Walt, but I'm going to try again here. I want to see if she says it again here. Hey, Alexa, dim little lamp by 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, dim little lamp by 50%.
Okay.
No, done. We're back to good. I guess she got over her tiff. But you go back and you watch that. It freaks me out. Well, it does, man. I don't want to be called a pasty white and neckbeard alien that should kill himself. That's what really got me. I'm like, I could take all the verbal abuse, but then she caps it with, why don't you kill yourself? Pow. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But that... So, we got a Florida man arrested trying to bring gun on plane at Stewart International. He didn't know any better, guys. Okay? It wasn't his fault. Look, there's a picture of a gun. Maybe the gun. It's just a little Ruger. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. It'll hurt you. It'll hurt you. Especially if got a little hollow point action in that son bitch. Yeah, that'll hurt. That'll hurt plenty. That's enough to, you know. Oh! Ow! Got a lethal weapon on me there, man. Got all Riggs and Murtaugh on me, man. Chill out. Chill out. Whoa, back down. Stewart International. Stewart International Airport. The TSA, huh? A Stewart man has been arrested for trying to carry a gun onto a plane Sunday at Stewart International Airport in New Windsor, Florida. According to the TSA, News 12 told. No, the gun was spotted as he went through the X-ray machine. The handed gun had 7 bullets, including one in the chamber. Wow, man, he was that's a little more than ready. I mean, that's a clip, okay, and there's 6 on the clip. He had one on the ready, and it's little enough. He might have thought that so many people go by that they wouldn't see a gun-shaped X-ray in your person. I mean, fuck, dude. Who's this genius, though? Nobody. It just says Florida man. Okay. Let's see what Samantha Fox has to say about it.
Now, though, to more serious news and a developing story. A man now facing federal charges.
Who cares? Moving on. Shouldn't even be a problem. You should be able to go anywhere you want with your guns. Am I right or wrong? You should be able to get on airplanes with a gun loaded. Cocked and loaded, man. You should. Next up here. Florida man plummets down an elevator shaft. And it kills him. What the fuck, dude? A Florida man working on a Florida West construction site was killed when he tumbled down an elevator shaft, according to the St. Walt police. I'm holding in laughter. I'm sorry. Dark humor. Investigators say that when deputies arrived, they were alerted via 911. It's close to Pensacola. When the deputies arrived at the home under construction, they discovered a male had fallen down an elevator shaft. Life-saving measures were unsuccessful, as the man was pronounced deceased at the scene. Detectives have not said what preceded the fall or how high the man fall. How high? I know how high he fall. I'm fucking high. I know that. But they do. I have another clip here of exclusive. I have an exclusive clip. That's what it sounded like. And when, it's a bummer, but not exceptional considering that it's Florida man. Man killed after shooting at police officers at Fort Myers apartment complex. Well, don't go poking the bear, dude. An investigation into a fatal shooting Wednesday night involving Fort Myers police will be handled by the FDLE, which is the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. A news release issued by Fort Myers Police said the police were called shortly after midnight for multiple 911 calls of an active gunshots being fired. The apartments were described as luxury residences in a complex built in 2019 off Ortiz Avenue. Fort Myers is a rich place, brother. The release he said release. The release of police were immediately met with gunfire by a male armed with a rifle. Officers returned fire and began evacuations of the surrounding apartments. After members of the Fort Myers police SWAT team entered the apartment, the man was confirmed dead. No other injuries were reported. I'm sorry, one officer shot you. Keep it on the down low. We'll give you $1 million. The officer involved in the shooting is the fifth in Lee County in 2002. This year, man, they've already had 5 fatal shots. But that's a big town, Fort Myers. It's big. It's kind of a metropolis. It meets up with Cape Coral. It's a beautiful area, though. Anyway, moving on up. This guy walked into a Waffle House to rob it with finger guns. The worst kind, man. The worst kind of gun you can fucking own. Well, I mean, that... Yeah. He was threatening. He was threatening with his finger guns, man. Madison County, Florida. A Florida man was arrested for trying to rob a Waffle House with finger guns. This is a stick-up. Give me all your waffle money, because I know you guys make a fucking killing here. I've been to a Waffle House once in my life. Maybe. And I don't even think I went inside. Maybe it was just out in the parking lot or seeing it from the interstate. I don't know what they do there. They may have the most amazing food. No, they don't. Because I've been to one. Yes, I have. I have been to one. And they had the amazing Porterhouse New York strip steak. Now, I was a butcher at one time in my life. And you can't have that. You can't have a New York strip and a porterhouse. It's not a porterhouse New York strip. A porterhouse has a strip. Okay, it's kind of the shape of New York, whatever. They cut that strip off, That's your filet mignon. Or your New York strip. It's one or the other, people. You can't have both. And Waffle House had the Porterhouse New York strip. Multiple detectives responded, and witnesses told them that a white man wearing a gray hoodie, dark jeans, and a dark hat went into the Waffle House with his dog. Investigators said, well, why do you want to include the dog in your debauchery? He started shouting, "Get on the ground, y'all!" Get on the ground. This is a stick-up. All that with finger guns. We should have just gave him our money. We didn't know that this guy had actual finger guns. Ladies love the guy that uses finger guns. I know that. That's one thing I do know. I don't know much about ladies, but I know that you guys like the finger guns. You know what I mean? The guys around at the club. All right, yeah, give me a little club music here. Right? You see him across the bar. He's like, and then he starts doing a little shaking of the hips to let you know that he can work his hips. Then he goes to the finger guns again to single you out. But you know what? I don't know if that works. I don't know if that works. In fact, I know it don't. I know I can. Yeah, it doesn't work. No. But maybe it does, because I never did the finger guns to anybody in my life. So, except for right now. And I'm pretty sure it's unsuccessful in every form. But maybe if the dude looked like, he was a good-looking, handsome lad, like, like Thor. Thor can give chicks finger guns, you know what I mean? But not this guy. Not this gameless gorilla. Believe you me. God damn, that's some good coffee. You ever have that? You just gotta emote it. I mean, you can't just think it. It's such good coffee that it's like a boom. I don't put shit in it, man. I drink coffee, black, straight up. Maybe throw an ice cube in it just to cool it off just a hair. Oh, yeah. That's it, man. That's fucking rocket fuel. Well, that and these. Those. But man, I already took my meds this morning, obviously. No, I didn't take those meds, but I did take... I'll probably get a copyright strike for that. Maybe I won't, man. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll walk outside and a fucking rock will fall on my head. Maybe we're all in a simulation. Maybe there's no such thing as rocks. Maybe they're lying to us. Maybe the geologists have an ulterior motive. I mean, think about it, man. Everybody wants to rock and roll. But you don't want to get buried underneath a pile of them. rocks are just like I never changed. It looks too much the same. Sorry. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, man. Maybe we're all in a simulation. Maybe aliens are our past selves. You know what I mean? Maybe Sasquatches are hidden because their genitalia is exposed and gigantic. And they just don't, the religious sect, man, may not want the children to see their first cryptid with this big dick. Without loincloth. We've proved it. Bigfoot exists. Do you think people would actually go, oh my God, it's a Bigfoot? No, their eyes would instantly go, because he's carrying a fucking log between his legs, man. Or if he's not, same thing. You're still gonna go to the genitalia. Because he ain't running around with loincloths, man. He didn't make his own clothes or his ghillie suit. You know what I mean? Fucking awesome, dude. I mean, the religious, Catholicism and Christianity are the hiders of the dildos in their own, their own bedside table. They're just as gnarly as everybody else, but they don't want to show us Bigfoot because of the genitalia and a Bigfoot woman, out there, hairy tits. Maybe she has a bigger vulva, a Bigfoot vulva, Bigfoot clitoris. I'm just saying. And it would scare kids because instantly, again, you're going to look directly at genitalia. Come on. It's what you did as a kid when you looked at National Geographic. It's not like you're going to beat off to it. It's just, it's curiosity. It's killed the cat, man. I mean, you're going to look. If somebody walks in the room naked, the first thing you do is look right at the parts that are naked. It's just... So I think Bigfoot is being hid by the Catholics, and the Christians, and the Mormons. He's just trying to swing free. And he doesn't have enough hair to cover up all his genitalias. Maybe he's got a big asshole. He's got a Bigfoot asshole, man. Maybe he's a farter. And he, maybe he's starting to get out of control, man. John P. Adventures. How you doing, brother? How are you, man? We are having a party now. It's getting good for the last 20 minutes of the show, man. It's getting awesome, though. I'm feeling good. We're talking about Bigfoots, swamp apes. Oh. There's no way that any creature could live down here in Florida with a lot of hair unless they're in the swamp a lot. So they got to be smelling like. Fact of the matter is, man, these cryptids wouldn't adapt well, and there's reasons to keep them hidden, man. And and you figured it out. We figured it out. It's genitalia. That's all it is. Bigfoot equals big genitalia. And human eyes like to look at genitalia. Some people are weird with genitalia, man. Some people fucking do some shit that would just actually make my fucking head explode off of my neck. Yeah. So they're not gonna, nobody's gonna show you a Bigfoot anytime soon. Not until, the woke generation has preceded this draconian, toxic generation. And it's every generation. I'm not saying that, listen, I'm a Generation X, okay? I'm not saying my generation is better or worse. It's just the generations, how they work. Is to precede the next generation. Because when you were a kid, your grandpa started to just not quite understand you very well. Why are you doing that? Why are you cutting? Why are you growing your hair out? Why are you doing? Because that's the generation gap right there. And every generation is supposed to have that gap. It's called evolution. And if you don't like the woke generation, then that means that your generation is draconian. It's not a bad thing. It's just you don't quite understand them. But the closer the generation gap is, you understand them. Like, I will be very understanding of this generation of children because I have children in this generation. They do things that I don't understand, and it's supposed to be that way. People don't realize that, but you're always supposed to have a generation gap. That moves us on. If not, we'd all be cross burning, homosexual hating. Dictator, but there has to be a generation gap, and the closer it is, the more you'll understand, and the further you are, the less you understand, and that makes it makes them angry. To be quite frank, it makes them angry. They get pissed about this generation because they don't understand the love that they have for each other. I grew up in the late 70s and 80s, and the F word, I treat that like the N word. That was thrown around as a derogatory term. Hey man, don't do this. It was used as a bad thing, and it starts to become more and more. Our generation is very understanding of just love, and that's hard for me to understand sometimes. It's hard for me to understand, the terminology that they use. It's starting to get that way, to where they have their own language. And to some, it makes them angry. And it doesn't make them bad, though. It's normal. It is a normal thing. I can remember, I was all punk rock and I spray painted on a jacket of mine the Nazi symbol with an X through it and a circle around it. My grandpa saw that, and he made me spray over it because that symbol in his generation was the equate to evil. He didn't understand that, I was trying to say something. I was trying to make a change. Just like Michael Jackson says. Gonna make a change for the rest of my life. Gonna feel real good. I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna make it right. Now it's time to go. I don't know that song, man. I don't know many. My Michael Jackson pretty much stops there, dude. Right? But they don't buck it. Don't buck the system. That's what, and it's hard. It's easy for me to say because I have kids. If you don't have kids, it's harder. It's harder to relate. And it makes you angry because these people seem like they're far out there, but they're not. But I'm biased. I surely am. When you have kids, you get biased about life, about things. It's something you can only you can't explain to anybody. You can't tell them what it's like to be a parent, and then to be a parent and split your love up amongst however many kids you have. You're literally cutting your love. You're trying to make it whole for all of them, but they're all different. Everybody's different. That is the key. That is key. Nobody is even, you meet people, and if they were just like you wouldn't need to meet them. They have to be different. Opposites definitely do attract, sometimes not for the best. But this woke generation thing is just, it's normal. It's just, read the book The Fourth Turning. Read that. I'm serious. Read that book, The Fourth Turning. And my bit on homosexuality is introducing it into kids, trying to make it normalized when it was classified as a sexual dysfunction. Introducing it into comic books, cartoons, movies, television shows, everything. All they're doing is introducing your child to sexism. Think about it. What makes a homosexual different from me? Their sexual preference. Now, should a kid even care what your sexual preference is? Now, they care about their own, but at a young age, they don't. They're not thinking about that. But if you keep putting that in places like cartoons and comics and movies, music, you're introducing sex into your children's lives, into your life. I'm not saying that as a profound statement, because that's the fact and the truth. The only thing that differs me from a homosexual is I don't have sex with women or men, and he doesn't have sex with women. That's it. Other than that, we look the same, we act the same. Well, whatever. We may not act the same. We may be different in a lot of ways, but that's just the same as any human. Most of my best friends, I don't want to know about their sex life. I don't need to know what goes on in their bedroom to justify their existence. People who really hate homosexuals and homosexuality, I think there's a little bit of latent homosexuality in themselves, and that generation that they were in told them that was wrong, and that's sad. I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling anybody out, because I know people who were just dead set against that. You know, my ex-wife. You know, I'm way liberal. I'm heterosexual criminally, and I'm comfortable with my sexual being, my sexuality. Now I can understand that when I was growing up, that was normal. But there were kids that I knew in school who were gay, who were very effeminate, and you knew they were going to be gay. You knew they were more like a girl. Maybe they felt like they were supposed to be born a girl, but you weren't. You know, that's just like they know Jim said earlier. Without mama, you ain't got the world. There ain't a world without mama. You gotta have mama. And that's not that, again, these are just facts. I'm not, I accept everybody. Everybody. I have this ability that people just, you know, when I'm out, people just talk to me. They just do. And you know, I don't know where I was going with that, but I had a nugget. I had a nugget of something I was going to give you, but the nugget fell. But I'm not stating my personal preferences. I accept everybody. I don't ever want anybody to feel like they're not wanted here, or at least I wouldn't accept them. I would hate the feeling of not being accepted. I would hate the feeling of having to hide. But the only thing that would stop that is having sex. That's the only thing, man. And when you base your life around sexuality, there becomes this gray area where you're just never finding love. But that's not for me to decide. It's not for me to even judge, right? I know where I stand, and I'm cool with where you stand. And I think that right there deserves a motherfucking cheer. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And politics, man, you ain't getting that here. I'll never tell you my political affiliation. No, I'm not going to do it to you. Not any more than I would really want to hear your political affiliation. Oh, yeah. But, you know, because again, that's a choice. That's choice. You know, sexuality is, I believe, not a choice. You know? I grew up thinking women were the most beautiful thing on the planet. Like, just like worship level beautiful. Now, if I was a kid that thought the male body was a beautiful thing, the most beautiful thing on the planet. And I had the same feelings, you know. I'd feel lost and confused and not normal and weird. And then I would repress that sexuality for years, hiding it, maybe even having a heterosexual relationship, you know, having kids because you just can't admit it to anybody. Now that's bad. That's crazy. But it's factual. It happens all the time. You know? Didn't happen. You know, I don't have I played soccer with a kid who was very effeminate and like that. And I can remember, well, you know, if he played with the girls' soccer team, he would have done awesome, well. But when he was playing with the boys, he wasn't. He wasn't, man. Okay, so what do you do with that kid? What do you do with that kid? You gonna bench warm him? Self-esteem's gonna go there anyway. What do you do with that kid? Who's embarrassed to even try to throw a ball because you know, either his dad never taught him, or it looks like a girl throwing a ball, or whatever. You don't even want to throw the ball, right? Because where are you going to fit in? And then what, you're going to go be the girls on the girls team, and then you're going to have an edge over them a little bit because you're, you know, genetics. I mean, you may not be, but I'm just saying, in this scenario, where would you put that kid? What do you do with them? Do you kill him? No. But the chances of him having horrible sexual dysfunctions later on in his life are great. Great. Because then sex starts to equal secrecy. And not only secrecy, dysfunctions. Humans are crazy, man. Humans are weird. But we need each other, and we need each other to be different. We can't be the same. I've told you before. If you woke up one day and you were the only human on planet Earth, you would not survive. You would for a while. Let's say you have you have the most wood that you can burn because it's cold where you woke up. And then you run into a guy who you didn't know was who's even there. And he's got access to free water, right? But he needs wood for fuel to burn. So you make that trade. Goes on from there. You need people. Don't ever think you don't, because you need people. When you think you don't, you might need counseling. You might. You might not. Might be happy with the way you are. And all I'm trying to say out of this fucking huge diatribe is that I accept you for who you are. I hope you accept me for how I am. I've been nothing but honest with you. I'll never stop being honest with you. I'll joke around it. But if I was a homosexual, I would not be ashamed of it. But it's just not the case, you know. So, but at the same time, when I turn on a video game like Fortnite and they're having gay pride, skins on there and emotes and stuff. I don't really like that hitting that demographic of kids. I think you should try to keep kids as long as they can. They're going to have the rest of their lives to be subjected to this bullshit we call Earth. They are. They're going to have plenty of time to be hurt, scarred, bruised, or worse. Yeah. You know. You guys know. I'm not speaking anything you guys don't know already. Maybe I'm talking to one or somebody you'll hear later, and it'll help them, you know. Maybe it'll help them understand that you is who you is, and be who you are. Don't change for nobody. Some things you cannot change. For good or for better or worse. Now, that's a double-edged sword. It's a bastard sword, like Conan carries. It's a double-edged sword, man. They, you remember that scene in Conan when he would hold
No,
that?
thank you.
Oh, it wasn't a bastard sword? I thought it was a bastard sword. Was it a short sword?
What's the matter?
Well, it doesn't. I'm trying to make a point that there's two sides to every coin. Do you agree?
What's the matter?
It doesn't matter, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but, you know.
Ugly motherfucker.
Well, truthfully, I think you're an ugly motherfucker. I really do. Big goofy motherfucker.
Stop whining.
All right. I am. I'm whining.
I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
That's the smartest thing he said all day. And it probably will be the smartest thing he says all day. All right, man. It's 5 after. We've gone over. So I love you guys. Thank you very much for being here. For you guys overseas, maybe you can catch the live PM show. Or not. Doesn't, you know. It's all recorded. You can watch it whenever you want. Right? That's what we do here. That's what we do here, but we'll be back. And, you know, I hate to leave, but it's it is that time. It's that time. I just hope I didn't offend too many people.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Well, I have faith in myself. Okay. Good. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it right there. My lack of faith is disturbing. Either you're with me or you're in the way. That's kind of how I feel. Either you're with me or you're in the way. Next time, tomorrow, we're going to go over some old school Third Phase of the Moon videos. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to do a little bit of Florida news. We're not going to dominate it so much like we did today. I kind of went over. But we're going to do some classics. And like some classics that you guys might have forgotten about. Yeah. But I'm going to introduce you to the man that made their music for a long time, Paul Barrett. Yeah, check him out. If you have Spotify, just type in Paul Barrett, and you'll see the Third Phase of the Moon soundtrack. I think there's 2, but it's just awesome electronic trance. It's just that good Third Phase of the Moon music. As soon as you hear it, you'll think of Third Phase of the Moon. I mean, it's that recognizable. So go take a gander at him. He's pretty amazing. Don't forget to check our friend shows out. Amy, Alien Girl 111. We don't leave her out. Let's see. Who else? Who else can we... What other channels we got here that I'm trying to think of? My Flock. Go check out My Flock. Sarah at My Flock. Check her show out. John P. Adventures, that's a show. Go check him out. Alright, I don't know if it's a show, but he has a channel. These people have channels. That's what I'm trying to say. So, Brian L., thank you for being here. Jim, they know Jim. Thank you for being here. Hope you noticed the ranch. Shelly Michelle Morrison, thank you for being here, my dear. Hope you noticed the ranch, too. Taking you all to the ranch. John P. Adventures, thank you for being here, my sir. My good sir. Helen, Crystal Energy, my dear. Thank you for being here. Let's see, Brian L. I already said you, yeah. So Brian L. I think we went through the gamut there. Yep. If I didn't say hi to you, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I just didn't see you. But I think I got everybody. I think we're at the point where it's standing room available. But we'll get there. We'll get there to where it's, you know what I'm saying, man. Well, we're on the road. You got to get on the road a little bit, man, before you can, stop and party. But we're going to party our way out of here, you guys. Okay? You guys have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Don't get too drunk before you get here. You might say something you regret, like I do. Thank you for being here, everybody. I love you. Guerrilla Gamer. Oh. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. That algorithm. Just stick your foot right up the algorithm's ass for me. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, don't forget to do that. And if you want to contact me for whatever reason, you can get me at is that not set up yet? Oh, that's not set up yet. I'll have an email. I'll have an email you can send it to here soon. I have to verify it, so I have to verify it still, so anyway, thank you guys for being here. Again, I love you. Guerrilla Gamer out. This time for Riz. Not before I send you all mind beams of positivity. Do what you gotta do today. I love you. Guerrilla Gamer out.